in this position, right? We're in side control this time, okay? And I'm gonna start to turn towards him, right? I'm coming out, I'm up on top, and now this time, Evan starts to pull back a little bit. Instead of cross-facing me, he starts to retract. He's like, nah, I don't like this. When he retracts, this gives me the freedom of movement again. But what I'm gonna do this time is I'm able to build my base and I start to turn out, right? So again, if he's gonna continue to turn back, right, or pull back, then I'm gonna take this left hand and I just turn it into a double. I'm gonna slam his hip with my head and I start going like this as he retracts. Right, now this can turn into more of a double when we start getting elevated feet. So I'm here like this, he starts to retract, right? So he starts to have 1 foot or 2 feet elevated. It enables me to start to go for his leg. I'm starting to scoop my leg out. I'm gonna turn this into grabbing his leg, rotating around, hitting his head right here, and just touching this knee down. I'm just switching. But I'm on top of him, okay? If I'm 2-on-1, he starts to retract. We get to this position where I'm coming up to him, and again, he starts to get to a retraction movement. This allows me the space, remember, because his knee's not controlling me, his chest is not, don't go up yet, Evan. His chest is not close to me in terms of squishing me, he's pulling away, right? So I have freedom of movement. I'm able to start to move around him. If I make it halfway, if I make it full way. But if this leg is here, and he has enough, if you guys are fast enough, there's nothing wrong with over. Right? If you can get onto both feet, get onto both feet. If you can't get onto both feet, then it can end up being a double leg like this. Right? So like here, I got on, I'm up like this, but then I can make it to my knee, but this foot stays down because the tip is hidden. I'm doing this, just like classic, right? I'm moving around like this. And then I get this knee out, that's as far as I can get. Boom, double leg over the knee. If I'm here and I can get out and I can get all the way to here, then heck yeah, I double leg like that. And I have higher elevation. So long story short, you're just trying to come out to a double leg, okay? Super easy. All right, trying to make out to him. Now he's retracting. So again, I've got sliding onto this knee, right? And I can turn this into a double. I can also run him over, or I can slide out, right? I start to slide out and I get to my base. I'll literally just run him over at this point and try and take him to here, you know? So make sure he doesn't do any kind of like, grab my hips and my butt right here, my thigh. Yeah, he doesn't do any kind of like follow through. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I did that, Evan, watch, I'll come out and I'll throw you over. I don't want him to do that follow through. So just make sure you don't get handed like that. Does it make sense, guys? All right, so one more time. One elbow comes through him up, he starts to retract.